It's easy to think that 1 in a million is more valuable than 999,999 is to that same million. But God did know that plan He has for your life before you were knitted in your mother's womb. And it might be easier not to feel the weight of your responsibility as a Christian and think, what difference can I make? The problem is our egos often don't want to make what appears to be a tiny difference. Instead, we want to make a grand, important difference, or the effort's just not worth the trouble, because no one will notice our tiny contribution. It's hard to admit, but the glory that goes along with our attempt has a lot to do with motivating us in the first place. Of course, we know that such selfish fruit will merely be burned up like chaff in God's refining fire at the end of time. More than likely, only the pure sacrifice that comes from a grateful heart and willing spirit will endure like a fine piece of gold whose dross has risen to the top, leaving the pure motive behind. Of course, being human, we can't be sure our motives are 100% pure, so we'll leave that to the judgment of the Lord. The point is that we all have an obligation to the new family of God we've been graciously allowed to become part of through God's merciful act of forgiveness because of the shed blood of Christ unto repentance. In Acts 13:36 it says David served his own generation. Are you serving yours, friend? I encourage you to accept what God sees as your important role by embracing the plan He has for your life that brings glory to His holy name.